And that is an issue that's going on right now, and so that's something we need prayer for.
Basically, in short, I like to always describe it as I just sell other people junk, because I go to yard sales, estate sales, and I buy things and I flip them online on eBay and Amazon, a couple other platforms. If you look inside, you'll see mountains of shoes. It is my bread and butter. It's easy to find, very profitable at times. But I do anything from electronics, video games, clothing, vintage items, and a lot of times I have donations as well. People that just want to support me, that they're just like, hey, you come pick it up, it's all yours. So that's what I do. I created it with a goal in mind to employ teenagers from my neighborhood as an opportunity to teach them how to do this, to model this business I'm doing, and then to disciple them in ministry with the time that we spend with one another here. Rodella is, my wife is the
Director of Youth Programming.
And I'm the Director of Adult Programming with Urban Transformation Ministries. I've been connected with UTM since I was 6 years old. Joe came to the school I was attending and had programs, and I was in those programs and have grown up in those programs, and now going on staff for the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was connected at the age of 16 when I moved here through a program he was running at the time, Thursday Night Hype, and the Rock Ministry. And now I've been on staff since January, now running Thursday Night Hype.
The boss of everybody, of all our staff.
I would say for me, the question is what not to appreciate. Like, you get somebody who come from a different background than I am, but is willing to do the groundwork to understand me, where I come from, and to make it where children in our community don't have to have or be stuck in that same upbringing. Like, they bring something different to the table and they passionate about it, and they lead with Jesus. Like, everything they done is through Jesus first. So I appreciate their willingness, they loving, they open arms. I appreciate everything about Joe and Shirley. Those like my parents, mentors, pastor, whatever you want to name it, best friends. I appreciate everything they bring to the table.
For me, I think when I think of Joel and Shirley, I always think of consistency. And so growing up in this area, you would get a lot of people coming, and they come in with a suit of the gospel, but with no intention on building relationships. It was come to give you something because they felt a particular way and go about their business. Joe and Charlene was a lot different and spent quality time, and even moved into the area where they were doing ministry. So that allowed us to build relationships. We was in Joe and them home 4 or 5 times a week as kids, and growing up through that. My mom was very close with Joe and Charlene as well. And so it was just more of a relationship that developed and became a family. So when I think of Joe and Charlene, they never compromised the gospel for any other kind of facade, or it was always gospel focused, and like honestly like saturated everything that we did, whether it was basketball, swimming, camping, any of those things. It always had a gospel focus, and it taught me a lot about manhood and discipleship.
I would just say pray that, you know, honestly, that God provide. I think Joel is putting UTM in a position to where he can actually use his gift that God has gifted him with by employing Dave and myself to come along and do more of the groundwork of the programming. So just pray for that for Joe, and then for us that God equipped us to run the programs as efficient as Joel and Sherilyn did, because they set the bar pretty high without even knowing, so just pray that, God stay the focus of everything we do through UTM.
Also that we never lose the focus of what our mission is, and that's to make disciples and to bring the gospel to our neighborhood. And so the lives we have changed in the city of Grand Rapids. So yeah, exactly. There you go. You said it better than I did.